everyone. We're live, I think. I better check. I got my Instagram live going. So come one, come all. I got to get my little snippets going here. But anyways, I'm here. It's Memorial Day weekend. Ross left already. There's not much going on here in the shop that he's can't wait till next week. So I thought I'd do a live and just kind of get all the bells and whistles going and get better about going live. It's There's a lot behind the scenes that you have to do. So I'm happy that you'll join us. Probably should put in the comments that if you want to join us, you can. Let's see. I'm gonna add. I think we're also live on YouTube. So that is the link to joining us in the panel. So welcome, Jester City. No wait, I can never say this. Jester Cycle Powder Coating just joined us. Hop on in. Here, I'll put the comment. I don't know. I'll put it in the link, but you'll have to type it in there. But you can join us live. One of the announcements we made, and hopefully Ashton is going to join us here. I don't know. He's working. He's powder coating right now. Is it's been really difficult this week as far as powder coating for us. It's kind of, I don't know if the island is just kind of going through this really severe downturn again or what's happening. It's just kind of like wibbling and wobbling right now. And we're just trying to decide, okay, what's next, right? What's the next shoe fall to drop? Hey, Taylor, thanks for joining us, girl. Miss you. Come on and click that link and join me. It'll be two girls on the show for the first time. And anyways, so Ross and I are just kind of mulling things over about our business and what's next, right? We seem to be kind of in this economic lull right now. And so I'm not sure if it's going to get busier over the summer or if it's just going to stay like this. So those are some of the more deeper things we're talking about this week in our business. I don't know about you. It would be great to know how you guys are doing. And let us know, like, how are you doing? Are you busy? Are you slow? Are you exhausted? Are you doing advertising right now? How does it look in your area, right? So yeah, maybe let's just talk about that. On the announcement side, I just want to let you know that we have started a new Instagram, and it's called Ross Cote, ROSSKOTE, not COTE. And that's kind of like, I needed to kind of separate my brand because Maui Powder Works, the podcast puts out a lot of content. And I felt like I was confusing my local customers with Maui Powder Works posting stuff about the podcast because they were like, what's this? Right. So I just wanted to kind of separate the brand and create this new podcast profile on Instagram, and happy to have, Ashton, and who's going to join us here in a second. And Ronan and all the guys are in there chatting up a storm. So go on over and head on over to Instagram and type in at Ross Cote, ROSSKOTE, and follow me. We've got like 100 followers, and they're all powder coaters. So let me welcome Ashton to the stage. There he is. How are you?
Oh, we're good.
Yeah? You still working?
Yeah, waiting on some wheels and some other Harley stuff to cool down so I can start spraying.
What did you think? I mean, I saw on your, I don't know if you, I know you shared it in the chat, our new chat that we've got going for powder coaters. Um, but I think you also posted it as well. They're called the retorative.
Oh,
How do you,
the retro reflective stuff.
is it retro why am I saying it the wrong? Okay, I got a
in
retro.
my in my video, I called it correctly the first time. I was like, we're gonna spray some retro reflective black. There goes my compressor. And then I was like, uh, I think I called it radioactive black or something like halfway through the video. It was fucking hilarious. I was trying to be funny at the same time too.
Yeah, I mean, I admire them using some kind of more technical term to describe these powders, but a simpler term would be easier, you know, to
Yeah,
to
that's.
for people to remember. But I guess maybe it's, yes, they're beautiful,
I don't know where.
very
There.
nice. And so, what what is it that's doing that? Is it a pearl or what? I don't understand what they're putting in there that makes it that way. Do you know?
It's definitely a metallic of some sort. It's pretty fine. I mean, if you look at I've only sprayed the black version, but when you look at it, it looks a lot like what Cadillac gray would look like if it was like a satin color.
Okay.
But it also like if you were to look at like um, the color changing colors like Prismatic Universe or like Sugar Thrills or the satin one that they make, it kind of has like that the metallic in it kind of has like that flop. So like you don't really see it until the light's almost at like 45 degrees and it's
Mhm.
like down or it's shooting up it and it's pretty reflective, like no joke. Like if you were driving by it at night, it would be as bright as a stop sign.
Wow, that is really cool. I
They're pretty
do.
sick. I can't wait to get into spraying the other ones. I think there's a violet one too, and if anybody knows me, I
Oh,
love purple stuff. So
yeah, the purples. Yeah, that's nice. So they've sent you a bunch of stuff. I think all of them actually, right?
yeah,
So you're just kind of testing.
they sent me the whole line of the retro reflective series. So far, I'm pretty impressed. The thing I first noticed when I opened the bag and like poured it into the cup and all that stuff and was like feeling it and like first initial thought on spraying it, it feels a lot like if anybody's ever sprayed any like high temp powder or if you've ever sprayed like a high temp like hammered black barbecue powder, they
Hmm.
they feel very waxy and they feel almost damp and heavy. So it almost felt like a high temp paint. It's definitely not a high temp paint, obviously, but it just like touch and feel and spraying it kind of reminded me a lot like a high temp paint.
So is it? I'm wondering how they're producing it because it's like, are they taking the retroreflective film and just
Whatever. Oh,
like
it's just like
chopping
when
it
I
up and just grinding it, putting it through a meat grinder and or like
no
a
way,
ninja
no
grinder
way.
and then doing it like that.
They're probably creating their full base and then whatever the
Dry
base
mixing
is,
it. Yeah.
like color wise, and like the most, I would say, like the most chemical compound, which whatever be, polyester or urethane or whatever it is. And then like it's like the other day when I did that black Honda frame, and then I poured red flake into it because
Yeah, that was so cool.
all the red flake clears on the market after you spray it over black, it looks all red. So I was like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. So I just went and got red flake and dumped like maybe 2 teaspoons in with like
Hmm.
2.5 pounds of powder, mixed it up, and then cleared over it. And holy shit, it was like I'm definitely gonna buy. I'm definitely gonna buy a lot of like pearls and metallics now, and just start
Yeah.
dumping it in my satin black or my gloss black, and then clearing it.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we did a show on that. I think it was episode 29 or 26. I can't remember. I'm wondering. It was with Reno King. I miss him.
I tried it in the past a lot because that's when me and my brother were sponsored by Voodoo Flakes. So I tried to
Yeah.
pour a bunch of different flakes and clears, and it never really seemed to work that great.
Oh,
And then I poured it into black, and I was like, "That's the key right
yeah.
there." And then
Right.
clear over your base because your base is going to swallow it, and then you're not going to have it in your cleared where you're going to have high and low spots of the flake.
Ross does put his in the he puts it in the clear. I don't know why he does it that way. Um,
I could understand putting pearls in clear, but I mean, after the result that I seen the other day, I was
we
like,
don't we don't seem to
"Whoa!"
experience the highs and lows that you're talking about though. But I'm not sure how he's doing it. He usually buys his flake from Columbia Coatings.
I would say in the last year or two, because I mean, everybody's probably sprayed a shitload of silver sparkle clear, and
Yeah.
I hated it for
Really?
the longest time because it was like it would either come out like super orange peely or it would just look dry and kind of whatever because of the flake, and you're like, ah, do I gotta clear it again? You know, with just regular clear. And then I ordered like probably 5 or 6 pounds of it recently and sprayed it a few times over several different colors, and it looks way better than I remember it looking. So
Yeah.
maybe I got a bad batch or it went old or who fucking knows.
Who knows?
It's a never ending story with powder.
It is. It is a never-ending story with powder, which is why we keep showing up live. Hello, Chris, Retro Powder Coating. You can hop on, I know how chatty you are in that group.
Yeah, that dude doesn't shut up.
It's been a fun week in the chat, I'll tell you that. Highland Powder, welcome. It's been a chatty week for sure, and it's so good to see you guys talking about just everything and anything,
I
right?
don't know how anybody's got anything done this week.
It has been nonstop. Uh, I could definitely say Chris from Retro is on the hyper side. He's definitely a hyper guy. He's a night owl, and
Dude, he's
he's up
definitely one of my
early and he's
favorites.
goes to bed late because he's always chatting up there. But he has so much to share too. So uh, and he mentioned something. I guess I kind of caught the conversation. The conversations in there happened so fast. Good God, you guys are like hopping into like uh, you know um, you're uh, you're fine. Um, it just hops from one thing to another. I don't know. I can't keep up sometimes, but um, Jim Kunkel is watching from the plane. Have a great show. Looks like Jim is traveling today. I am going to be joining Jim again with our In the News segment. Um, I just love doing that show. I don't know what it is about sharing news articles that are related to powder coating and other kind of industries. It's really been exciting for me to kind of bring new content, and everybody seems to be watching it or listening to it. So thank you. Um, I just find other news articles interesting, and I feel like sharing them with you. And Jim offers a commentary that is bar none uh, very insightful and always has something to say that kind of makes your mind think. So I do want to thank Jim for being such a good co-host on that show. It only comes out once a month and it's only like an hour long, but we just want to share stuff. Like last month, last episode, we shared some news about Lahaina fires and some of the chemical components that are being present in some of the ash and stuff. And my daughter is like on ground zero, really. She's doing all of the chemical cleanup. Her crew it's a government contract, and she's doing all the commercial properties on Front Street and pretty much all around Lahaina. She's done, I don't know, I think they said today they've announced about 27 properties that they've done. So I'm always fascinated by, having to be in Lahaina in a Tyvek suit with the full PPE stuff going on and everything. And yeah, and it's just, she can't share too much, but what she can share is, yeah, it is a hit. Thanks, Jim. You're making it a hit. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, so I'm really excited that she is got a job for one and utilizing her degree. But some of the stories that she's told me is crazy. Like the owners will show up, like she's all in PPE stuff with the full double mask and the whole thing, and out in the hot sun, and then here's the owner of the commercial property showing up in like slippers and a pareo going to the beach, and you're like, she's just like shocked because there's so many bad chemicals in those in the ashes there, uh, that it's just they can't believe that they would actually do that. But I was just sharing about my daughter's working on the some of the topics we've talked about on the new show with Kim and Jim in the news. Kim and Jim. So, what else happened this week? I didn't tell you this, but on the last show, because everybody got a nice new prismatic powder banner.
I got two now. Anybody want another one?
But they sent me a Cerakote one, and we don't Cerakote.
Yeah. So I guess
So,
I guess I could break the news now,
uh,
but I it's time to pull the trigger. We're gonna bring it in.
oh, really? I think
Yeah,
you should. You could make
I've
a lot of
sprayed liquid
money.
my whole life, so that and the powder thing is slowing down a little bit, and there's a lot of Cerakote work in this town between dirt bike stuff, gun
Oh gosh,
stuff.
yeah.
So I
We
might as
get
well do
calls
it.
all the time. We just don't have the room for it. We're so busy doing,
I
well,
mean,
we're
I
not
could
busy right
I
now, but
could build another booth and put another booth in here for it, but I mean, at this point, it's like whatever. I might as well just if I'm spraying Cerakote, I'm spraying Cerakote that day, and then if not, then clean up and spray powder.
yeah, it might be something that we have to get back into, if things kind of continue to stay slow. Um,
The way I
where
look at it is, it's like even just the gun market itself. Even like you're not even spraying fancy customs one-off stuff. I mean, you could do that if you want, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, why not do a shitload of lowers or uppers or whatever it may be? It's clean and cut. You don't have to plug. You don't have to do anything. It's a thin film coating.
Yeah. No, we
Fucking
used to do it on the exhaust. We never did the gun
yeah. See,
stuff.
that's all really my experience with it in the past was tons of exhaust stuff, and I
Yeah.
probably won't offer that. I'll probably just offer more of the gun side of stuff and whatever else anybody wants Cerakoted.
Yeah. Jester Cycle says, Ashton, always amazed by your talent.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Jester, where are you located? I forgot. I probably should. It's probably on your Instagram.
I think I follow that guy.
Yeah, I just started following him. In fact, he just joined. He's just one of the new followers of mine on the new. And it's hard. If you haven't been added to this group, let me know because I'm getting new followers all the time, and so I'm trying to keep up with adding people. And we're just in this group chat. It's friendly, and I hope it stays friendly. I don't know um, what. I hope it doesn't turn nasty. It seems like it's all good people in there. So hopefully we can just have the regular community guidelines like you would expect on any group, chat and everything. Also, I just want to say shout out to 209's finest powder coating because his father and I think he said his father-in-law is very, very ill. And his father-in-law also owns a powder coating shop uh, as well. And I don't know what's wrong. Um, or going on with the family there, but I just want to say prayers and shout outs to you guys. I hope everything's okay. Um, you know, I hope everything ends well and your father-in-law gets better. So, yes, the group chat is unhinged and it goes all hours of the day because
It's like the red light district. It just never shuts down. I keep getting phone calls, and then when I get phone calls, I can't hear you anymore. So then I gotta
oh, is
leave
that what
and then come
oh,
back.
it's okay. It's just open mic. Chaos Coats joined us. Hello. Where are you located, Chaos Coats?
If stuff's cool, I might just set up the phone and put my mute button on, and then y'all can watch me paint and listen to you talk because
Yeah.
I got stuff to paint, and I don't think you want to listen to my beautiful fab shop oven just in the background.
Um, Tell me, so you moved recently into a new home,
Yep.
and how's that going? You're all moved in now?
Yeah, so I moved. I was living in Coeur d'Alene. If anybody knows anything about Idaho or northern Idaho area, everybody probably knows a
Yes.
thing or two about Coeur d'Alene. It's right next to Spokane. My shop is actually in Post Falls, which would be the first town you come into when you get into Idaho. What is
Hmm.
that? I-90.
I
And
think so.
so I moved from Coeur d'Alene to Post Falls. So I'm maybe 10 minutes down the road from my shop now. So
That's
that's been
nice.
nice. It's been different because the house I was in, I was there for like 6 plus years, or about that 6 years, and it's just different. Moving into a new place, it's nicer, it's bigger, all the good positive things, but it's also just like it's just weird. I feel like I'm still not in my own home, or you know what I mean. I feel it's not mine, or just those weird kind of feelings, or like I feel like I'm in a fucking hotel.
Right? Yeah. We rent as well, only because the home prices here are so ridiculous.
Oh, they're probably about the same here too.
It's
Fuck.
like 1.3 million is the median. It
My
just gets worse and
childhood
worse.
my childhood home, I grew up in 2 bedroom, 1 bath. You could spit in the neighbor's fucking kitchen window from your bedroom. That's how close they were. My dad sold that house, shit, probably about six years ago, and it's sold twice now, and it's up for sale again. And
Oh my gosh.
now it's going for over $500,000,
Wow, that's crazy.
and it's fucking tiny.
Yeah, my daughter Alexa is buying a house in Spokane, which kind of shocked us. I'm like, do you want to get married first?
The market's
She's
pretty
just buying
decent in
it with her
Spokane.
boyfriend. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what kids do today. So,
Yeah.
um, okay, what are you up to? Okay, yes, I'll send that last message in the chat at midnight and wake up at yeah. I sent a message. I'm trying to kind of get like maybe we should get some themes going on in there, like in terms of chats to discuss or topics to discuss in there.
You ain't gonna get no goddamn
No,
theme.
I know.
No
I
shit.
tried and
There
it
ain't
just
no there's
it's
not
just
any conformity
chaos.
in there.
It's total chaos in there. Chaos Coach says Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Nice. I love North Carolina.
This is why I made that Discord channel fucking years
Mhm.
ago was
Mhm.
for something like that. But then Discord offers like video chat, so we could have all been in there chatting if we wanted to chat. But then if you're all at home on the end of the day, then we could hop in video chat and bullshit.
Yeah, maybe
And
they'll
then
offer something like that on Instagram. I don't know. This just felt
I'll
right
make
for
a
me.
Discord. I'll make a Discord channel again, and then we can all just hop in there, as well as it could be like a feeder thing. Whoever ends up in the
Oh,
group,
you can do that. Okay.
and then like whoever ends up in the messaging chat on Instagram, it could be like two places. And then with the Discord is we could have different chat areas. Like there could be like the main chat, and then there could be like wheel chat or strip chat or whatever. Name a topic. We could have
Yeah.
a whole bunch of
It,
different
it's a bit, well, no,
areas.
I can do that in Instagram too. Um,
Yeah, but Discord's way better in the sense because there's like video chat.
is there? Okay,
There's a bunch of other ways that
you can do it.
we
Okay,
can do it with Discord, and then the cool thing with that is like then whoever's been on the YouTube show, like, or whoever ends up coming up on the podcast or whatever, then give them the link to the Discord, and then it's kind of like a honorary system of like you earned your way into
right.
the cool kids club.
Some people were suggesting, I don't know if it was Roro or whatever, but we were suggesting adding like Prismatic and Columbia and Tiger and some of the other guys in the chat, but I'm not too comfortable with that just yet. I think
No,
there might be some potential for a future chat.
there's too much fun in there to be mixed with business.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. So Roro just started one last week, probably through your Patreon, right? Yeah. Retro says nope. Yeah, they follow us on the new channel, Roscoe channel, but I just hesitated pulling a trigger on that. I felt like it was just too much. But that said, we do need to have
I
a
think that
discussion around it.
those big box companies they don't for one, they don't need to be in those kind of group chats, and for two, like they think about how much, like, we're just coders, like they're a business that's selling a product that's being tech reps. They're all doing like the business thing. So
Right.
I don't see anybody in there having enough time to want to be.
No, I don't either. And it could get strangely off topic really fast. Retro powder coating says the chat is raw and uncut. Well, I think that was your fault. Part of
Real
it.
trap shit.
I think you've been kind of part of that, Chris. Um,
Damn, where'd you find this one?
and yet he's shy. He's chatting and he's shy and he won't come on. Although he has been on other show. He's been on
Yeah,
other
where's
lives.
everybody else at? They're all
I
in the
don't
group
know.
chat,
Everybody
just
was
fucking
chatting.
sitting on their ass at work, talking
Exactly.
to each
Now they're
other.
all quiet. I love that. I love how it always turns that way when you want to go live.
Fucking sissies.
But we're just out here to have fun. Um, yeah, there are a few of those guys on there for sure. So, it
Anybody
was
anybody sprayed the obsidian black yet? And what are your thoughts?
mm,
Brutally honest thoughts, because I'm about to spill mine right now.
well, let me put that in the obsidian. I heard it was good, right?
It's good, but
Or better
uh,
than some of the other blacks.
I wouldn't
I
say it's
don't know.
better. I would say like the reflective gloss point of it is definitely, and it's darker than other stuff. It's probably tinted with a lot of blue, but I don't know. It's not.
Or are they just putting a super high gloss in there?
I don't know. I can't. It reminds me a lot of like PPG's Midnight Black in a sense. It's
Mm.
definitely not as smooth or as clean and crisp. But I ordered I ordered some ink black the other day for shits and giggles because I can get ink black to lay down just as smooth as anything else. And so I'm like, I'm gonna try this and see like what the difference is. And I did those 22s the other day that I cleared with Silver Sparkle Clear. Those were with ink black, and it's like I don't get. I mean, I understand them. I think it's a super durable and like supposed to have like crazy anti-mar properties is what the Obsidian Black is supposed to do, or maybe that's their high gloss black that they just came out with. I don't know. They just came out with two new ones, but I know it's just weird. Like that ink black came out almost just as reflective and shiny as the new stuff did, and
Hmm.
it's half the price. So
Oh.
it's probably got to be a super durable, and it's probably got to have some major anti-mar properties compared to ink black.
I was just looking at their super durables, and I'm having a hard time understanding what it
The
is
difference
they're.
is
Yeah, I was just actually looking because they have a small line of super durables, and I was just kind of looking through the technical data sheet. Hold on, I think Ronan's joining us. There he is.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello. Are you all at home now, done for the day?
Done for the day. Dinner's cooking. I'm just chilling.
East Coast life.
Yeah.
I
Two
heard
thirty
some.
here, and I haven't sprayed shit.
Yeah.
Ross just gave up. The first thing happened this morning when I drove up was there was this crazy man holding one of the, we have lays. We give lays out. It's graduation season, so people make all kinds of lays made out of all kinds of. This one had like a cellophane type lay, I guess. It wasn't flowers. And he was just walking around the parking lot, and he walks up to our shop just as I pull in, and he asks Ross, he has $50 and needs a ride home near Minute Stop, which is like a 7-Eleven here. And Ross is all, well, I'm at work, bro. I can't drive you anywhere. I'm working, as he was sitting down on his chair. He was just looking at his phone, not doing anything. He's like, no, bro, I can't help you. So
Rush.
then he just kept going down the row of businesses until 5 minutes later the cops show up. Somebody called. He wasn't right in the head.
Russ should have said, "I'm a business owner, man. I need $50."
I'm like, yeah, right. Oh, anyways, somebody was on something this morning. But that was the first thing this morning. Other than that, the phone's been quiet. I probably should put my D&D on. Yesterday or Wednesday was just insane. I had phone calls. It was just everywhere, all over the place. Messenger, email, it was crazy. And then nothing. So, oh, we're gonna watch the show.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say my phone's always quiet. I never get phone calls. It's nice.
Yeah, right. Because you just do Messenger, right? Or
Yeah. I just
yeah.
take my number offline. It's the best. Whenever my phone does ring, I'm like, it's either the wife or someone got my number somehow.
Ross is so proud of himself. He's finally whittled his text because early on when we started, everybody was texting him and connecting through him through text. Now he's got it down to like one person texts him, and that's it. One customer. Everybody else goes through has to call or whatever. So what's he? I
Yeah.
didn't catch what he was. Did he say what he was? Oh, it's blue. Okay. Here,
Yeah.
let me.
I
I
I
don't know if
use
I can.
I used to
Let's
always
see.
give people my number and be like, if people would call me, I would say like, there's nothing I can do over the phone, so can you just text me on this number? But then now people have my number anyway, so now it's always just like email me, message me, Instagram, like not this number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was. So how is the Patreon going?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's kind of leveled off to like, it's kind of being the same amount of subscribers for like quite a few months now, but I just don't advertise. Like,
It's so hard. I know.
I don't want to come across as like a slimy salesman at all. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
just spam the living hell out of social media being like, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Like, everyone who's found it has just kind of organically found it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could advertise it like crazy. Like, I know it's beneficial to everybody at any given level of your,
Yeah.
coding, whatever, like, your level of coding. Like, everyone know, like, if people have been watching this, like, Rich is part of the Patreon. I think he was literally the first subscriber, and he learned so much from it.
Yeah. He's just a helpful guy. He is in kind of hell right now. I checked in with him earlier,
Yeah,
and I'm
he's
like, "Are you
with
caught up
Justin.
yet?" And he's
Yeah,
like, "No, those
no,
4 days killed me. The whole place is falling apart now that I'm
yeah,
back."
yeah,
So
no doubt. I'm pretty much at the end of my like booking, or like my last round of bookings. I'm like right towards the end of it right now, and I cannot wait. Like,
yeah,
usually I probably told 100 people message me at the end of May, and I'll book you in for June. and I'm probably 2 weeks realistically away from like having everything in the shop done. So I'm already behind on telling, from telling
Right.
people to
But
book
don't you
in,
think
and then
it's
I need
good?
a week. And then I need a week off. Like I just need a reset. I can feel the burnout coming,
Right. Right.
and I'm like, I
That's
just
what I was
need
going to
time
get
off.
at.
And
Hmm.
then even when I start taking work in, it's going to be into the middle of June already. So I'm probably like 3 weeks behind of like actually booking people in, which what like I don't care.
It'll catch up,
You
right?
know,
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, as well as probably Ashton if he's listening. Like I've never had so many fuck ups in my entire career, other than this last like 4 months. I
Oh,
don't know.
really?
I don't know what's been happening. Just like
Something's not right. I know Ross
I
feels the
know,
same way.
like a lot of people in the chat are like saying the same thing. There's just something like just
It's,
kicking our ass. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I did some stuff today. Those valve covers that I just posted in the chat, those like red Skyline covers.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
timing cover I didn't realize has like a light spot on it because it's candy red. I wouldn't say like a light spot. You can just tell it's a slightly different hue. It's totally passable, but two pieces meet together and it's just the slightest shade off. And I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
gotta redo it.
Oh, geez. I missed that. We were talking earlier about how fast, I mean, it's just this chat goes so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, you literally, if you don't check it in 2 minutes, you've missed 3,000 messages. It's
Oh, here we
insane.
go. Yeah, I see
Yeah,
what
it's
you,
crazy.
yeah, it is. I don't know how it goes so fast. I don't see what you're seeing, but oh, I see on the RB26 piece.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I see what you're
if
saying.
you're looking at it on the left side, and a
Yeah,
valve cover
I
meets
see.
up with it just the littlest bit. So I'm just gonna have to. The
Yeah.
customer's gonna come to my house on Sunday because he was off today, and he's like, I can come pick it up, but I didn't start it till today. So I was like, I'll just have to meet you on the weekend. So now I'm like, I'll give him the other pieces, and I'll just redo that on Monday or Tuesday, and then ship it out to him. He's only like 30 minutes away, but I don't want him to have to drive out again.
Wouldn't you just let him decide if he's okay with it or no?
No, it's
It's no, it's that bad. Okay.
I mean, if it was a piece by itself, no problem. But because it goes next to something else that's candy red, you can tell it's just off a shade.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, he's not like his car's in pieces, so it doesn't matter. It's not like he's gonna bolt this on tomorrow and be like, damn, I needed that to run my car. Like it's off the road for a while. So for him to
Yeah.
just be another week without it, he's not gonna care.
Highland is saying he's laying down Illusion Light Blue on some coils for a truck today. I'm driving from pickups, or I'd be on with you all. Thanks, True Grit. Um, let's see. I Jester is saying I have customers blow up my personal phone all the time. My wife gives them the number and makes sure I'm working. Well, that's a good one. You gotta love your wives and girlfriends, man. They got your back. Yes, best decision I've made for sure. Yeah, it starts with the phone for sure. Looks like he's spraying it blue, but I don't know if it's probably I didn't catch if it was an illusion blue or whatever it was, but he'll be back on in a minute. Didn't use his vacuum tools, but that's okay. It's just a simple wipe there. Um, I was going to say something else. There was another thing I wanted to talk about um, that kind of happened this week. Another person I wanted to I think I mentioned this on the last live that we did last week, but good friend of ours lost his son, age 42, Bob Symington from American Powder Coatings down in Florida. Oh, there he goes. He's using it now. Um, I called over there this morning and talked to his daughter and stuff, but I hope Bob is doing okay. Just a shout out and prayers to powder coaters everywhere that are, have family members that aren't doing very well or have passed away. I don't know. There is what you were saying earlier was there is something in the air about powder coating right now. I'm not sure what it is. Um, but yes, jobs have been difficult. It's not so much that they're not, um, for us, they're turning out okay, but there's something, it's something odd about the client, um, or the type of job that they're bringing us. I'm not sure what it is yet. But it's been happening since like April, it seems like. Maybe even March was the beginning of it. It's just been a little bit of a difficult uphill climb with clients and jobs that aren't the ideal jobs, or not the ideal customers or jobs that we're looking for. I can't really say we've had rejection, but yeah, 209's father-in-law. Yeah. Shout out to 209. So, anyways, uh, are you back, Ash? There you
Yeah,
are.
is it too loud in the background?
No, I can't hear
Cool.
anything.
Really?
Is it
You
going?
can't hear
I
that
can't.
shit oven just growling in the background?
A
I
little
don't
bit,
hear
but it's
anything.
it's
That's
barely.
awesome. That means these headphones kick ass.
Yeah, no, I don't hear anything.
I
I just
just
keep.
sprayed some illusion Smurf is what I laid
That's what
down.
it was. Okay,
I'm
illusion
I'm
surf.
just in the middle of making dinner, so I keep turning the my mic and camera off so I can go in
No
and out.
worries.
But I'm still listening.
It looks like you got some nice weather out there.
Oh, it's like it's 30 degrees here. Well, it's probably 25 now, but that's like what 80 Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Sunny is like 2 clouds in the sky. That's awesome.
that's great. Um, no, I was just saying, like, there is something in the air about, I don't know, just something in the air about clients and jobs
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
crazy. Even
I
right
think
now,
everybody's.
I'm having an issue with my clears. I don't know what it is. Like I
Yeah,
used to
those.
use this clear from Emerald Coatings. What was it called? Mirror Clear. Amazing. Just glass every time. Like it would never yellow. Like never orange peel. And then they discontinued it because I think they're just like a big box store and they just repackage other people's stuff. I think it was Bengal Clear that they were using from Tiger and just repackaging it.
Yep.
And then they were like, "Oh, we're discontinued. We're using this new clear called Diamond Dust." And since day one using it, I'm like, it's just not it. It just there's some.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
not it. There's something
Hmm.
with it that I'm like, it's just I don't know. So I
Have you
keep
called them?
yeah. So I kept using. I've been using that now for like a year, and I've got it to work good, but I'm just like it's just not the mirror clear. Like there's something about it. So I look on their website and they have a new super durable mirror clear, and I started using that, and I wouldn't say it's orange peel.
Hmm.
It just I don't know. It's got that like weird micro haze to it that you get with gloss black sometimes. Like when
Hmm.
it looks like kind of like pinhole-y, it kind of looks like that. And if it's in the sun, it's great. It's like the glassiest, shiniest thing ever. But when it's just not in the sun, you can just see this weird like pinholiness to it. So I don't know. I gotta figure out another clear now. Probably Tiger Bengal clear. Just go straight to the source.
Yeah.
But my whole issue is I
We
always
use
buy
their
small
gloss clear a
quantities.
lot.
Yeah, I buy small quantities. So if I buy a big box, I have to like divvy it out myself into smaller quantities because I would really want to keep down on contamination.
Yeah.
And I've asked Tiger before. I'm like, can you just divvy it down into like 5 kilogram boxes from the 40? And they're like, no.
No,
Like
they won't.
why? Like why not? Like
Uh, you
it's like
know,
okay, I want 10 5 kilogram boxes then. Like at the price of a 40 box.
yeah, like I said, I wrote a letter to Tiger this week. Um, but I didn't really share everything in that letter to them. Um, there's still a lot to be said, but I decided to hold my tongue because it wasn't the right time to really share all of my feelings. Um, that said, I am considering going out there to their open invite. I think it's the 11th or 12th, whatever. I'm not sure which days are still available. Maybe they've sold it all. Sold out. Not, it's not selling out. It's just that it's free, I think. I just don't know how many people they're allowing into the shop, into their chemistry lab and stuff like that. So I'm looking into that. I'm seriously considering going out there and, maybe stopping by some other job shops along the way too, for sure. Ross is trying to buy a dust collector right now, and
Like a giant one?
the huh?
Like a giant one? Like a really, really big one?
It's a 10 horsepower one, and it's it's kind of like on the showroom floor or something. So it's like used, but it's new, right? And the price to ship it here is
More than the thing's
12,000.
worth?
Yes, 12,500, because it has to go into an entire container all by itself. Because they don't
That's
package
brutal.
it. I need to
That's brutal.
find anybody that's in Ohio, give a shout out or reach out to us and let us know. Maybe isn't Just Right in Ohio?
Who's Just Right? You mean Right Now
Just
Powder
Right
Coat?
Powder Coating.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, that you did his show.
Oh, Right Now Powder Coating.
Right Now, sorry.
Yeah.
Right now.
Actually, I'm not sure where he is.
I think he's in Ohio, or maybe it's
Ohio.
Iowa. I can never remember.
Oh,
I get those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, God, if we could just use a facility there, that Iowa. Okay, thank you, Lee. uh, he's in Iowa. Dang. I'm looking for an Ohio powder coater, powder coating shop that could take delivery of this unit so that we can fly in, box it up, crate it up, and then have another packaging company or another shipping company come and truck it out of there and take it to California so that we can ship it to Hawaii without it costing an arm and a leg. It's the quotes I'm getting are it's basically $12,000.
That's
And
crazy.
the unit isn't even worth that much. So
that's like me. If I order something, it's like got to come from somewhere to the border, then it's got to go from the border to me. And then it's
Alrighty,
like,
I gotta hop off of here because I got
hands.
videotape for content.
Oh,
Okay.
guy's a social media star.
Yeah, fucking right.
Okay. Thanks, Ashton. Appreciate it.
Toodaloo. Have a good day,
great
guys.
weekend.
Peace, man. Talk to you in a bit.
Yeah. So, anyways, who are we shipping with? Well, we've contacted our freight forwarder that usually forwards like all of our, they forward all of our garnet, blast media. They forward everything to us that we order on the mainland. So, everything but powder. So they are quoting us 12,500 or 300,
I'm just gonna.
and
hop
the
on
whole
and
thing
talk
needs
on
to go on into a
I'm just like
container
on a live, but
because they don't wrap it up or
camera
crate it for you. So we're thinking if we can get it crated somewhere in Ohio by someone in Ohio, then we can ship it, have someone pick it up by truck, and it gets packaged into a larger container by our freight forwarder. So I think it'll be cheaper that way. At least it'll be maybe $6,000 instead of 12,
Still a massive amount.
right?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's almost like you just buy parts and build one. Like it's just, it's insane.
Well, we're starting to get some bigger, nastier jobs, so I think Ross is
for the blaster, like the blast. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And the reason why this one works is because it's tall and lean. It's not fat and wide. It's kind of tall and lean. So I think it's 12 feet tall, or I don't know how tall it is, but it's kind of narrow. It fits in a narrow space, which is ideal. And then what we want to do is kind of enclose our powder room and stuff. What we're finding out is that the metallic powders some of the metallic powders that are getting reformulated by Tiger are not lasting as long because they're converting everything from urethane TGIC to the European model. The
So
permanent.
what? It's just like tarnishing, or it's just like it seems like the flakes like just burning out or something over time.
No, what it is, because they bonderize all of their metallics powders. At least the super durables they do. And what we're noticing is the shelf life of these new European powders are, typically when it was the TGIC, you could leave it up on the shelf, or even a polyester, you can leave on a shelf for like more than a year, right? And it'll still be in pretty much decent shape. But we're starting to notice that some of these newer metallics that are bonderized and to super durable are not, the shelf life on them is not as long. Hey Steve, where have you been? I missed you.
I got one
Oh,
last thing
it's
to say, and
good
then I gotta
morning.
go have
Yeah.
dinner. Anyone who's watching this right now, you probably have access to the link. Just jump on and have a conversation.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Just
Here, I'll pop
somebody
that in
like
the
this is the
chat.
most unformal, unprofessional thing ever. I'm literally making dinner right now. That's why I kept blanking off my camera and mic. Yeah, somebody else jump on. Just have a conversation. I encourage it. It's fun.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. I
Okay,
love what you
see
do.
ya.
Love you. Talk to you soon.
Bye. Talk
Bye,
to you
everybody.
soon. Where is that? I popped that in the chat here. Let me copy it. I don't know if I can. I'll copy it again, but you can hop in the chat anytime you want. We can be on, but it's so good to hear you, Steve. How have you been? We've missed talking to each other. We usually chat on Messenger. Steve owns Powder Coating Okinawa, one of my favorite t-shirts to wear at work. I almost wore my that t-shirt today. And Steve's kind of had a little rough because they had an earthquake and a tsunami. I think another earthquake. It's and yeah, it's just been, yeah, he is such a good dude. And I don't know if you're talking about Steve or not, but if you are, that's how I feel about Steve. He just knows so much about everything. And yeah, I imagine you've been kind of busy. So yeah, he's just waking up because it's like Saturday over there. Steve has a beautiful shop where he lives above and works below, and his specialty is, of course, Japanese automotive parts, similar to Roe. And go like and subscribe and follow Steve if you're not doing it. It's Powder Coating Okinawa. They are on Instagram and Facebook. Um, and his wife takes beautiful photos and posts them and everything like that. And they're uh, just a salt of the earth people, and we're so glad that we know them. I do miss Japan, and the yen is really in a good position right now. So I keep sending messages to my daughter to let's go to Japan because the pricing is so good for Japan right now. But Okinawa is a lot like Hawaii in a sense with the humidity and stuff. So Steve has been powder coating for what now? I don't know, 15, 20 years now. It's just, he's just sheer perfection. Everything he does is just perfect. So, happy to have him on this. I've been wondering where you've been. So thanks for joining the show, Steve, and enjoy your coffee this morning. So we were talking about obsidian black. I think it's time that we have a chemist on the show. If you guys have any show ideas, pop them in the chat. I'd certainly, always looking for new ideas. There's still so much to talk about. We really have just scratched the surface. And if you want to join the chat, let's see. Let me click this link here. And I think it's kind of a long link, actually. Copy. I think you can. I'll pop it in the chat if you want to join. Let's see if that works. Kind of a long one. I don't know. That might be too long. might have exceeded the limit there, but hey, Pro Blast. Haha, Tahiti. Thank you for building the. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for following us. And when you posted your, uh, um, you're on the Powder Coating Near Me website directory now. You have a page on there. And when I got your email to say that you uploaded and was ready to have your page on there, I got right to it. And I was thinking, oh my God, there's a powder coater in Tahiti. What? Who knew? So thanks so much for, uh, you know, joining the directory and following the podcast. And thank you for your building the community. So go and follow me over at Rosscote, Rossskote, and we'll hop you into that chat that we're trying to build an exclusive profile or an exclusive Instagram just for custom coders so that they can chat up a storm and talk to each other and stuff like that. It's just something that you can't get in the groups right now. As much as I love groups and helping people through groups, I'm been a bit burned out about it, and stuff. So, I'll be there when I can, but I'm really just trying to focus on our own networks right now and just trying to get everybody together in one kind of like in one area so that we can kind of do more together as a group. And part of that is, adding more coders to the powder coating live shows and stuff like that too. I mean, it's great that Rich and Ro and Ashton and Ross and Justin and Zach have been, such good sports about coming on. But we need more of you guys because there's more out there. And we're not talking about experienced coders here. Like, it's not just about that. And Steve, we're going to get you on too at some point. I know Steve wants to come on the show too, and he's been on a show as well. Looks like we've got Jay here from Precision, North Carolina. Woohoo!
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Thanks for joining us, Jay.
Yeah, I can or I will as long as I can, if the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi holds out.
No worries. It's just good to have you. And I was just talking about how you're going to come on our next powder coating live show, or at least you've committed to, if we can work out a date. And that's pretty much
Yes,
what the whole thing is trying to work out these dates, and try to stay consistent with content sharing and being regular about it too. We certainly have a following, and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, we certainly do. So I'm really happy with how the first two shows have gone. The content has been crazy and off the hook.
yeah.
Um,
I think everybody likes the new chat too.
yeah, yeah. I think you have to do a line
Yeah,
before you get into that chat.
yeah. I think you need a second full-time job just to keep up with it.
Yeah, there's no way you can keep up with it. I've pretty much, after what, 3 or 4 days of it, I've just like, okay, whatever. I'm just like, because I have it pop up on my screen here at work
Yeah,
too, and I'm like trying to click over there I'm trying to check my Dropbox or something, and I can't even click because there's so many messages popping through. It's funny.
yeah. It's pretty amusing sometimes.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your business and how long you've been powder coating and stuff like that.
Oh wow. It's been 17 years. Um,
Mm.
when I started, I got into it by accident. I had taken my motorcycle wheels to a guy who had started powder coating, and he asked me to pick the colors and purchase them. And after a couple of weeks, he calls me. He says, I just can't get them right. He said, I can paint them for you, and then I'll hand you back the powders. So the next day, I went into my work, and my boss said, Hey, I got this it was an Eastwood hobby gun, one of those old $99 cup guns. He said, Take
Yeah,
this
one.
home and play with it. So I had a little toaster oven, a little 12-inch toaster oven, and I took it home and I played with it, and I fell in love with it that night. And I had no idea what I'm doing. I know nothing about painting. I still know nothing about liquid painting. And every night. There was no forums back then. There was no chat rooms. There was nobody to ask for help. So when you screwed something up, you had to find out on your own what you did wrong. And I think that chisels it into you a little deeper than, if you can just pop online and say, hey, what did I do wrong? Help me fix it. It doesn't stick with you as much as it does when it comes out of your pocket.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
worked a full-time job and part-time job, and I did powder coating every spare second I had for almost 10 years like that. And then when I had gotten laid off from my last full-time job, my girlfriend at the time is now my wife. She said, just concentrate on the business and make it work. So that's what I did, and been doing it ever since.
I think we're going to have a wives show at some point, because
Yeah,
these women that stand behind you are rock solid.
they are a rare breed. I tell people that all the time. If it wasn't for having an understanding wife, there's no way that I could work the way that I do, the amount that I do. You're never off the clock with this business. Even
No.
7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, your phone's going off, and some of these people, they get mad if you don't answer them on Easter Sunday. I don't know what that's all about, but it takes really strong women to be with us.
Yeah, I agree. Most definitely. All hail to our wives. Pro blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Amen. Amen. I agree with you. And not only that, but I think what it is, and obviously I am a wife of a powder coater. It was like I was just tired of him undercutting himself, because I knew that he was doing this like really quality work. And I just wanted to make sure that we set up pricing that was going to support the level that he was doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
hold on one
selection.
second.
Yeah.
Nolan's, hey, stay here, buddy. Where I can see you. Okay, I'm on vacation with my kids. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's awesome. Where are you at home then?
Where? I'm
Or you,
sorry.
oh, you got your RV, I see.
Yeah. We took off in the camper.
Oh, how fun.
Well, we're only about an hour from home though. The kids got a soccer game tomorrow, so I had to stay close.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
Well,
need to bring
yeah,
a little earpiece. It's hard to hear on this telephone.
no
Next
worries.
time I'll have to make sure I bring an earpiece.
Join the club. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Everybody is, as I'm getting to know all you powder coaters, I'm starting to understand the background, or their wives as well, or their names or whatever, and what they do for you guys, especially in that chat. The chat's pretty hot. And there was some discussion about girlfriends and wives in the chat, because you
Yeah.
guys have been so chatty in there. I think you're pissing off your wives.
Yeah. Yeah. They see me looking at. She sees me looking at my phone, smiling, and you know, usually that they think it's a woman. I'm like, nope, it's just the other guys. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It
I'd
is
like
pretty
that
funny.
chat. I'd really like to keep it. I'd like to see it stay close knit with just the serious guys like what we have now. The ones that are in it all the way. There's some in there that's only been doing it 3 or 4 years, but they're still putting out rock solid work. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see it just those guys. I
I've
told
been
them I'd like to get a group together and us all meet somewhere for a weekend.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah,
For sure. I'm
try to
all
stay
up
out
for
of
that.
jail.
Well, it can happen. You can come to Hawaii if you want.
Shoo!
We got a 3-bedroom house and a big backyard. You could pop up some tents.
Pop up some tents. I'll bring my camper.
Let's see. Pro Blast is saying, ever since our company wasn't making a buck, our wives supported us. Food, housing, etc., till we could
Fishing.
make it. They all deserve an award. Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
they do. They really do. I think I'm going to have to jump off here. My little one wants to go fishing. I
Oh, have
apologize.
fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you go have some fun, and you
Yeah,
enjoy
I'll try.
it.
Let me know on the dates, what you come up with, see if we
I
can get
think you
everybody
were pretty
together.
open. You were pretty open, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just message you what I guess maybe my calendar is, and we'll try to see if we can pick something. I appreciate
Sounds
y'all.
good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
So Lee says, my wife says all the time that I am undercutting myself and that she's going to take over. My advice to you is let her take over, because your job is powder coating. It's too much to handle when it comes to it's just not easy. I think it's because you're too, even to this day, as many conversations as I've had with Ross about powder coating and pricing, he still keeps his prices low when he talks to people, and I'm like, will you stop that? It needs to be high. Not everybody deserves the bro rate. Okay. And it's kind of when I started to pay attention, because at first I had my own business and I wasn't paying attention to what he was charging. And then when I started to realize how much time, it was this learning curve of that too as well. It wasn't just that he wasn't charging the price of what it was worth, but there was a whole learning curve behind the project, because it was a restoration project and it just needed more love and attention than maybe some of the other projects. And then we started realizing, well, hey, we could charge more for these brand new welded, freshly welded, fabricated architectural jobs. And we're like, well, wait a minute. How is that the automotive restoration jobs take more love and attention and generate less money, because you can only charge someone so much? And then these architectural jobs are just got, like you can charge the limit, like whatever you want. Anyways, it's a constant struggle, and I get it, and I understand it. And if you have the opportunity and your wife or your girlfriend is interested in, helping you on that side of the business, then I certainly uh, applaud you for allowing her to do that, or let them help you. So, oh gosh, I got Lionel Silva on the phone, calling me on the phone, from Eye Candy Coatings. I don't know what to say. Should I answer it? I'll answer. Lionel, Lionel, I'm online. We're doing open mic live. Oh, that's okay. Do you have a question? You're our first call in. You're our first call in. Oh, you know what? I'll go look, but I'll have to do it after the show.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry. I didn't your show.
No, it's fine, because I heard we could actually do call-ins on the show, but I haven't figured it out yet. So you're technically our first call-in. And by the way, because you're near my mic now, so people can hear. I hope people can hear. What? How has it been going for you? Like, you're opening up your new shop, right?
Yes, since April 1st, I've been here.
That's awesome. We're so proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. Just like anything else, it's always, it's a struggle in the beginning. Just kind of getting everything set up, trying to get everything running efficiently. Haven't really spread the word out yet too much.
Yeah.
I've been passing out cards to. It was a lawnmower shop here before, so there's a lot of the customers from the lawnmower guy that's been coming here. And every time they come, I let them know what I'm doing and stuff. So I just pass out my cards, and I've got a few of them come back for like shelf brackets, just small types of stuff. But slowly we're getting there.
That's awesome.
Just kind of getting used to having all the extra overhead now and all that stuff. Being that I came from the garage.
Yeah.
It is a little different, but just like anything else, just got to keep pushing,
You do. And we were just talking about that. I don't know if you have time to join us online, but if you do, we're on Instagram Live right now, and I'm on a new channel called Ross Coat on Instagram. So go and follow follow me. It's all powder coaters in this Instagram. ROSSKOTE.
Okay.
And I'm going to hang up because I'm still live.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I'll see you guys on Instagram.
yeah, come join. And then I think my inventory sheet's right behind me. So I'll check while we're live. You'll actually do. I'm actually going to be working.
I can't wait. I can't wait till you do this. It's not a big deal.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
see you on Instagram.
I'll see you on Instagram. Okay,
All right.
see you, Lionel. Bye. Well, there's a first for you on the on the live mic night. Our first call-in, accidental call-in, Lionel Silva from Hilo, who owns Eye Candy Coatings, and he's opening up his new shop and needs some Illusion Purple from Maui Powder Works, I guess. So I should probably grab my inventory sheet, which is right behind me. Don't let me forget Illusion Purple. And we have Tiger Coatings North America joined us. Woohoo! Hello. Nice to see you, North America. Thanks for joining the show and following Ross Coat. Eye Candy Coatings, there he is, Lionel Silva. If I don't hear back from you, if you don't hear back from me, Lionel, I have forgotten. So call me back and I'll look here after the show on our inventory sheet. So I want to say we might have some. Yeah, so we were just talking earlier. We had Ashton Palmer on, who's actually still powder coating right now. A lot of you guys are heading into the weekend and having some fun and taking some time off this week, and it's been well deserved. I'll tell you that. I'm actually looking forward to 3-day weekend and taking some time off. We're gonna have my 2-year-old grandson over for a sleepover, and we bought a slip and slide. So that's how we're going to hit the weekend on this. Get the summer fun getting started already this weekend. So, anyways, so if that's all there is, I'm going to probably hop off now. I probably should figure out at some point how we're going to get call-ins, because I think there's an ability to do that with this live stream, StreamYard app. And it would be kind of cool to get people to join in and just call in too, because it's not always easy if you don't have Wi-Fi. So I'll check into that next time, but I just want to say aloha, everybody. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. It is definitely well deserved. You guys work so hard for your families and for your children and grandchildren and stuff. And I just I want to say how much I appreciate the community that you're bringing to us, because we're out here in the Pacific all alone. And it's so nice to have so many friends around the world, really around the world. So I appreciate and am so grateful that you are our friends at Maui Powder Works. So go over one more time and go head over to Rosscote, ROSSKOTE on Instagram. Follow us and chat with us every day. So that's our exclusive channel just for our podcast. And then Maui Powder Works will still always be there. Just trying to kind of merge people to this new profile so that we can just talk about powder coating and I don't have to confuse my regular local clients and stuff. So thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it, and have a great weekend. Aloha. Bye.